right. And Canada's temporary foreign worker program has come under attack from both the federal Conservatives and the BC NDP. Here are leaders Pierre Poilievre and Premier David Eby.
Nearly 75% of temporary foreign workers that come into the country are for low-wage positions, which means they compete with working class and young people that ultimately drive down wages and drive away jobs.
We can't have an immigration system that fills up our homeless shelters and our food banks. We can't have an immigration system that outpaces our ability to build schools and housing. And we can't have an immigration program that results in high youth unemployment.
That's federal opposition leader Pierre Poilievre, followed by BC Premier David Eby, talking about temporary foreign workers last week. Well, our next guest is taking his message to Ottawa this week. Joining us now is John Henderson, the mayor of Sechelt. Mayor Henderson, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Gloria.
Now, what went through your mind when you heard those comments from Pierre Poilievre and then David Eby?
Yeah, I think the important thing to keep in mind is, like most things in Canada, one size does not fit all. We're dealing with many different situations across the country, and I can speak more knowledgeably about BC, of course, that there may well be parts of the temporary foreign workers program that can be improved. Certainly the processing of the program must be improved and sped up. But to imply that it is bad and it should be thrown out is not logical, and it certainly doesn't meet the needs of the employers and the community in Sechelt.
What is the situation there?
Well, on perhaps up front, to deal with this kind of the jargon or the rhetoric that we hear, we don't have big unemployment. We've looked at the data recently, and that we essentially have a few hundred people that are looking for work, and these folks, if they apply, many of our stores, many of our restaurants, our home supply stores, and so on, all have we're hiring signs. So there's lots of work, and the problem is we can't afford to lose the temporary foreign workers. We call them international workers because structurally we need them here in Sechelt. We're one of the oldest communities possibly in Canada, certainly in BC. Our average median age on the coast is something close to 60. And the average, or the median, I should say, in BC is more like 43 or 44. So that introduces a whole other set of issues. There's too many of us old timers, and we don't have as many younger people to do the work, to provide the services that we need to keep a sustainable and vibrant community going.
So what would happen then there? The impact of scrapping the program, what impact would it have there on the Sunshine Coast?
It would be disastrous. If the people that are here now, and we estimate between the temporary foreign worker applicants, and many of them have their spouses and children with them. The spouses, of course, are working, and so if we were to lose all of them, we would lose several hundred, possibly 500 or 600 people from the job force, and we can't replace them. We don't have younger people to replace or to fill in, which is why the statistics on unemployment are so important.
Now, some of the employers there in the Sunshine Coast earlier this summer actually held an open job fair, inviting people to come in and apply. What happened with that?
Well, we did. We organized it. We advertised it for about 3 weeks on print media and social media. We had 13 employers show up, and we had 16 people. Some were potential employees looking for work, and a couple of mothers showed up looking to get jobs for their children, their high school kids for the summer. So really, it just points to the lack of available people looking for work.
Wow, 16 people in all showed up, and some of them for student jobs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what would you like to see from governments, to help attract more young workers to the Sunshine Coast?
Okay, so there's sort of two parts of that question. I think What we'd like to see in the short term is we need the people that are here now. We need the international workers. Many of these people have given up their positions wherever they were living in other parts of the world, and they've come here to be with their families and to be part of this community. So we need those people to stay, and whether that's a moratorium on the part of the immigration ministry or some other mechanism, bottom line, we need these people to stay. They're important contributing members of our community. As far as younger people, I'd love to attract and encourage anybody from anywhere to come to Sechelt. We're proud to be an older community, but as I said earlier, it does carry its own complexities, that we have a lot of people needing services, and unless we have a bigger population of younger people, there'll be a strain on the system, forever.
So I mentioned that you're planning to head to Ottawa. Can you tell me more about that and just the message you'll be carrying with you?
Yeah. Yes, I thank you for this. You're helping me practice my tight messaging for Ottawa. There will be 5 employers accompanying me, and we're all paying our own costs to get because we want to show Ottawa and explain to Ottawa, we can't draw here on the Sunshine Coast. We cannot draw on younger people living in Burnaby or in Squamish. As I think you know, you don't get here just by driving. You've got to take the ferry. And so the combination of the time it takes to commute and of course the cost of the ferry makes it impossible for us to have recruit from off coast. So in Ottawa, we're going to be explaining perhaps a bit of geography to the ministers and their staff, and explaining, well, in one case, one of our employers, because he is coming with us, he will have to close his business for 3 of the days that we're in Ottawa because he cannot find enough staff to keep the store open. So we're going to be explaining to the ministers and everybody else that we can reach out to that, one size did not fit all. There may be problems, coming back to your earlier comments about Mr. Polyev and Premier Eby. There may be problems, but I can and will be assuring the people in Ottawa, we don't have a problem here. We have a problem if we lose the international workers.
Okay, Mayor Henderson, thank you very much. Maybe we can follow up and see what the response was in Ottawa. We appreciate your time.
Great, appreciate it. Thank you, Gloria.
That's John Henderson, the mayor of Sechelt.